it out! We're here again for another episode of Music Talk here in the Arcom Laboratories. We're here with Will B, world promoter for the Arcom movement. You may have seen his name on certain flyers and certain brochures, or his name shouted out at a party or one of our events. This is the man in the flesh. The reason why he hasn't been around is because he's been promoting. He's a world promoter. He's been in Spain for the past year, Malaga, Spain, traveling Europe and stuff like that. So, what was it like traveling Europe?
It was good. I just I decided to go with a backpack on my back and closing it and see what I find. So yeah, I landed in Malaga on the southernmost part. That's where the Mediterranean Sea is. So it's all beach for miles and miles and miles. And my first job was actually in this place called Puerto Marina, and that's right on the Mediterranean Sea, where the beaches and everything are, and that's where all the lounges and clubs are. And it was this place called Alasso. So it was a small kind of lounge, but we were trying to get people in, and it was pretty successful in the end. It was really nice, yeah.
Wow. What was the weather like in Spain?
It was great. It was great. It was just beach weather all year round, practically.
For people who never left the United States, if you had to compare it to a state in the United States, what would you compare it mostly to?
Well, for the English, there's a lot of British people there, so for the English, it's probably like Florida.
Oh.
And it does get, it does get a little cool in the winter, that at night maybe you wear, jeans and maybe a sweatshirt. But it doesn't, but Florida is what I would, from New York to Florida is about 2.5 hours. And from England to Spain, that part of Spain is 2.5 hours.
Humidity?
No, it's pretty dry because you have the air from Africa coming in, the wind from the Sahara Desert blowing in, because it's real close. You don't notice until you actually get there. In some parts you could actually see the continent of Africa from Spain.
Not many people can say they can see Africa other than your map.
Yeah, so while I was promoting, I was right on the beach practically.
It's like a blessing and a half. Not many people have an opportunity to do that.
Right, yeah.
Now the music here in the United States is predominantly, hip-hop based, and the New York house scene is like New York house music. What's the style of music in these clubs over there?
Well, in Spain, it's crazy because you'll go to stores, just like a regular store, like a supermarket, and you'll hear techno, in the background.
Awesome.
It's not blasting, but it's just like normal music.
Just the regular background music.
So in Spain, for instance, since I was just there, it was either flamenco, which is from Spain, clapping all around, or, which could get pretty crazy itself, or it's techno. That's all they really listen to. There's really nothing else, and then you do have the American pop that's popular anywhere, also.
Now, I remember you sending me an email talking about a flea market or a festival where they had different tents. And each tent was playing a different...
Well, Spain is known for partying. That's all it is. You'll just go on any day and you'll walk into a parade. They're celebrating something. They're party animals. I mean, they hardly work and enjoy life. It's great. And they would have these things called ferias. They're like fairs. And this one I went to is the biggest one in the south. Or I think in all of Spain, but the south they party the most. And it was actually when I first landed. I just met these people from Germany, from Russia, from Morocco, and France, and they were like, yeah, down the road there's a ferry. I didn't have any idea, went there, and there was these huts I would describe on top of each other.
Bungalows?
Yeah, that they set it up just for this event, which lasts a week, non-stop, and in each one it was just a different genre of music, but it was hardcore that. You would walk in, all of a sudden it was reggae, and everyone's smoking, and they have their dreads, they're like Spaniards. And they're smoking, and you go to the one right next to it, and it's hard techno, and everyone's just going crazy, the lights. You go to another one, maybe it's rap. It was every kind of genre, and it was just going into a warp zone every one you went into. And it went on for a long time, and you just went in and out as you pleased, and the party, it was a good experience.
It seems like a once in a lifetime experience, that not many people can actually say they did that. Yeah, I mean, At least house music, techno is still alive there in Spain. Hopefully it'll trickle back into the United States. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think, now we're on a little bit of a low, but, like everything else, it'll go up eventually, I think. Or
you
turn
heard
into
it.
something even better.
You heard it from Will B. You heard it from Will B, World Promoter. Will B, thank you so much. To the next episode of Music Talk, I'm Chris Macko signing off.